3. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Vishnu Padaya Vishnu Krishnaya Bhutale. Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Sakasute Devi Gauravani Tacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Desatari Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaurabhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. So let us chant the shloka 2.33. Athaschetvam imam dharmyam
अथ चेत्त्वम् इमं धर्म्यं
sangramam na karishyasi
ग्रामं न करिष्यसि
ततः स्वधर्मं कीर्तिं च
ततः स्वधर्मं कीर्तिं च
हित्वा पापम् अवाप्स्यसि
हित्-
अवाप्स्यसि
हित्वा पापम् अवाप्स्यसि
अथ चेत्त्वम् इमं धर्म्यं
अथ चेत्त्वम् इमं धर्म्यं
सङ्ग्रामं न करिष्यसि
सङ्ग्रामं न करिष्यसि
ततः स्वधर्मं कीर्तिं च
ततः स्वधर्मं कीर्तिं च
त्वा पापम् अवाप्स्यसि
हित्वा पापम् अवाप्स्यसि
Please chant if anybody wants to chant.
अथ चेत्त्वमिमं धर्म्यं सङ्ग्रामं न करिष्यसि ततः स्वधर्मं कीर्तिं च हित्वा पापमवाप्स्यसि
अथ चेत्त्वम् इमं धर्म्यं सङ्ग्रामं न करिष्यसि ततः स्वधर्मं कीर्तिं च हित्वा पापम् अवाप्स्यसि.
So, translation and purport. If, however, you do not perform your religious duty of fighting, then you will certainly incur sins of neglecting your duties and thus lose your reputation as a fighter. Purport. Arjuna was famous fighter and he attained fame by fighting many great demigods, even including Lord Shiva. After fighting and defeating Lord Shiva in the dress of hunter, Arjuna pleased the Lord and received a reward a weapon called Pashupata Pashupata Astra. Everyone knew that he was a great warrior. Even Dronacharya gave him benedictions and awarded him special weapon by which he could kill even his teacher. So he was credited with so many military certificates from many authorities, including his adoptive father Indra, the heavenly king. But if he abandoned the battle, not only would he neglect his specific duty as a Kshatriya, but he would lose all his fame, good name, and thus prepare for his royal road to hell. In other words, he would go to hell not by fighting, but by withdrawing from battle. So here now Krishna is giving the other side of the other side of the story. So yesterday he told that you should do your swadharma, and lucky are the kshatriyas who get this opportunity to fight for dharma. And so if you don't do this, what will happen? Krishna gives instructions in next 3 4 shlokas. So Arjuna's point when he was arguing, or he was putting his points to Krishna why he don't want to fight, he mentioned that he don't want to fight with Drona and uh, Bhishma because killing the gurus he will be there will be great sins. So he put this one argument. So here Krishna is giving reply to that argument. So he already told Arjuna that even if your soul is eternal, so you are not going to kill, and nobody kills. The self slays not, nor is slain. And then he's told that even if they are killed, they will get better bodies. So you are not going to do any harm. So first he told him that there is no sin in killing them. Now he's saying, but the action that you are doing, that I will not fight. And this is against your swadharma. And you are going against your swadharma. This will create problems for you. This will create papa, sin. The sin created by not doing your swadharma is a problem, or it's more impact, because if you don't do your dharma, you will lose your kirti, your fame, and you will people will blame you that he is not doing his duty and is not doing his swadharma. So that will be more problem for you, because you are a famous warrior, and you will lose all your reputation by your this action. uh, and how for a kshatriya, losing a name is very big. It's a big suffering for them that will come in following shlokas. And so Srila Prabhupada gives mention about how why Arjuna was great fighter. He defeated Shiva, right? He defeated Indra also while the Khanda forest. He Shiva also, Lord Shiva also tested him when he was doing tapascharya for celestial weapons. So he passed in all those tests, and that's why he was reputed as a great fighter. So, and to become great in any particular field, it does not come so easily. Even if we want to become great, say devotee, or great human being, or great in any sports, it requires lot of austerity and sacrifice and finances, and then somebody becomes great. So like great devotees, we call them Mahajan, but Bhishma was Mahajan, right? So they became great by going through uh, many challenges and tests, and then their approach and their response to the challenges was such that they become great. So Arjuna also went through several tests while he's Kshatriya Dharma, and he passed in all those tests. That's why he became a great warrior. So if he don't do his swadharma, that will be more pap. So the inaction becomes reason for your sin. So we are discussing, like, if there is some police is there, uh, if some robber robs something, and the police sees that okay, this he is a thief and he is taking robbing somebody and he is running. So in that case, if police person who is standing there, who's observing this, and he don't take the action, that is a problem. Because he's supposed to take action, that is his swadharma, to stop the wrong things, but he didn't take the action. So that will be a problem, that will be of a sin, and loss of his reputation also. The people will say, oh, he's not a good police, he don't do his duty. In front of him so many things happen, he don't do. So we can observe in this many leaders also, right? So they don't do what they are supposed to do. And then it's not that always we talk good about the leaders. They are the leaders in of the country, or leader, or of any company. They have always have to face hard challenges, because people will always blame and will raise concerns. Whatever you do, it's good, you do good or bad, the expectations are different. So they have to go through these challenges, and then they become great. And if they don't do their duties, they become infamous. They lose their fame, and then they have to suffer more. So if you are supposed to do good work as per your swadharma, you should do. And if you don't do that, then you will incur sin. So same thing Krishna is telling Arjuna, that if you don't fight, that will give problems, not by killing your enemies. That will not create sin. Sin will be created if you don't do your dharma. So uh, that's why the Swadharma, this is like we discussed, right? This is a Karma Kanda explanation, right? Just do your work and get the results. And what you will get, Krishna told, you will get Swarga, you will get higher planets. So you can go to heavenly planets. So that is the result. So this is a pure karmic approach, but all types of people are available in that time of society and now also in the society. So Krishna, when speaks Bhagavad Gita, he speaks for everyone, so that everyone will get opportunity to raise their consciousness and raise to the platform of bhakti, so through gradual process. So karma yogi also doing the swadharma, you become situated in proper consciousness, because doing swadharma is also not easy. So then you become in good consciousness. Results will also be there, the swarga or whatever you get, but your consciousness will also step by step start increasing, or start raising to a better, where you get a better opportunity to understand the self realization. So swadharma also important. So Krishna is also teaching the people who come, follow this karma kanda section rigidly. So for them also Bhagavad Gita covers those points also. So that's why Bhagavad Gita is a universal literature that teaches everyone, all class of the people who are engaged in different type of yoga, karma yoga or jnana yoga or karma kanda, anything. Krishna is trying to help everyone. So now, if reputation is gone, what happens to that warrior or to that kshatriya, to that leader? That we will see in the next couple of verses. Krishna will explain how much this prestige and this fame and name is important for a kshatriya, and that is the quality of a kshatriya. And that we will see tomorrow, or maybe day after tomorrow. I think maybe because he's talking here about reputation. So, okay, yeah, it's tomorrow. So that we'll see tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Any other points or additions or questions that we can discuss? Please share.
We understand that to live in the society, we have to keep our reputation and fame. Like we all are attached to our reputation and fame, and we don't want to defame ourselves. But if someone has, maybe it coming from God or karma, I don't know. But if someone gets the defaming by not doing the bad act, but somehow he will get that, then how he should face that?
Yeah, it depends on the situation, how you react, right? So even if you, Bhishma was not a bad person, he is a Mahajan. Arjuna was not that. Pandav were not like that. They were devotees, but they get all the Bhishma get all the blame always. He was on the wrong side. So he never reacted in harsh way. He always thought that this is the God's arrangement for me to purify. Same about Kunti. She faced so many problems. Draupadi faced all many problems. So uh, it's the attitude that we take. So whatever happens, good or bad with us, is for our good at last. As Krishna says, I am not partial to anyone, and he wants everybody to. He will give intelligence to everyone, and he wants everybody to do bhakti, and he will support everyone. So anyway, whatever happening to us is always good. It's just that how we look at it, because of this prestige or egoistic, not exactly egoistic, but what is this prestige? Uh, Through that, if we see that sometimes we feel, yeah, it is wrong. It should not happen to me. But we don't know the real plan. So that's why when you react, you should be, the reaction should not be instant. That is, of course, there. So Hanuman also, uh, after he burned the Lanka, he was angry. He burned the Lanka. Then he went near the sea to, his tail was on fire, right? So to remove the fire, he went near the sea, and then he saw Lanka. So at one point, he was also worried that I burnt all the Lanka, and Sita is also in Lanka in Ashokwan. So what happened to her? Because she came there to uh, check if Sita Devi is there and take message back. So he was also at certain point got anxious that if I burnt all Lanka, if something happens to Sita, what to do? So the reactions, instant reactions, also create anxiousness for us. So uh, like that's why if all these great devotees, if you want to become devotee, it's not easy. Your prestige will be broken always, and then only you get purified. The gold gets purified in the fire, not outside the fire. So you have to get burned. Kunti, Arjuna, Yudhishthir, everyone had to go through a lot of pain to get purified. That is what Mahabharata is all about, right? That uh, it's a great teaching for Kali Yuga, because it happened. Bhagavad Gita spoken just before Kali Yuga starts, right? So this is the teaching that, yeah, and Krishna also faced so many problems on his prestige, right? When he became
Mm.
king in Dwarka, he also had to face so many problems. People blame him. Oh, you,
Till now, also they blame
yeah.
Krishna.
So it's nothing new. So if God has to go through all these things in the Kali Yuga, then we are nothing. We are nothing different. So it's going to happen. So we should always assume that our prestige will be broken, our ego will be broken, people will blame us. That's Kali Yuga. So that is how you have to prepare your mindset and attitude. Then you don't have to react. Basically,
Mm.
that's what I think is helpful.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. So nice point.
Okay. It's very difficult, but we have to try somehow what to do.
Like, I hear once like um, if we become a devotee, Hari will take away everything from us. So these may we may think for the material world it is good, prestige having
Yeah,
like, but it is all false things if we think spiritually. So taking away is good spiritually if we think.
correct. And taking away, if something goes away from us, it's never easy. Okay? It's very,
Materially it is very difficult.
very, very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Even if somebody takes some gross thing, right?
mm,
If we lose some ornament, or if we lose something, we feel so much pain.
mm,
And the ego or prestige is a subtle thing that
mm,
lies in our mind, intelligence, everywhere. So when it will be broken, it's a devastating experience for anyone. Not easy thing to do. But we have to look at these examples. Uh,
mm,
at least try to avoid the reaction, giving immediate reactions. That should help, I think.
So in that kind of situation, what we can do?
Yeah, so when you feel like you are being, sometimes we feel like we are being criticized or we are
Mm,
made victim.
Yes, yes.
That time, when you start feeling this victimization, it's very painful, and
Yes.
you give, sometimes we get angry also because of that
Mm,
pain. It has to come out. We get
mm,
angry,
mm,
and any action done in anger gives anxiety, and that I told
mm,
what happened with Hanuman. So at least this, when this victimization happens, if you can remain quiet or just be patient at that particular moment, then you have achieved everything.
mm,
Because after some days, because time will tell you why it happened with you, right? So uh, we can imagine what happened with Draupadi, how it was throughout her life, right? It was such a devastating, heartbreaking experience for her. Also Kunti, also Yudhishthir, he has to go out. So Bhishma, nobody listening to him. He's telling, "Don't fight," but Duryodhan didn't listen. So that's a breakage of prestige, right? Your name, fame, people don't listen to you, and above that they victimize you, that Bhishma Dev, you don't understand this. It's painful, but he never uh, replied. I read only there are two or three incidents when he got angry on Dhritarashtra, but apart from that, even Vidura, he has to go. Dhritarashtra, Duryodhana threw him out of the Hastinapur, and he went. So this victimization is will happen when you are on the right track. It will happen. You have to expect that. If we expect that because I am doing bhakti, everything good should happen with me, then that is wrong. Then your expectation had to be adjusted, basically. So, and we should try to be quiet at the time when all these thing is happening, so that we don't get more entangled in that. It's painful, but yeah, it's worth, because if you react, so many things keep increasing.
yeah, understood. Thank you so much. Yeah, Draupadi, Yudhishthira, they are devotee of Krishna. They themselves faced a lot of troubles.
Yeah.
So in that case, we are nothing. So we have to be prepared, kind of thing. If you want to become a devotee of Krishna, we have to face everything. Is it like that?
Yeah, but the one thing is, Yudhishthir, Arjuna, they faced so many things, but Krishna was always with them, right? So that is the thing that keeps us going. That
Okay, okay,
keeps us,
understood.
yeah,
So Krishna is expecting us to fully depend on him.
right. So that's it. Then,
Mm-mm.
because if we take action, then we are out of his control. It's in our control, so he will not interfere. So
Mm.
we have to be just go on patiently.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you very much for your time and points that I think will help everyone to face day-to-day challenges and look all the problems that we face in our life from a different perspective or from a spiritual angle, and that helps to raise our consciousness. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.